Hi guys, welcome back. This is where we left off the last time. In this part we will continue working on our web shop. We will finish sorting functionality, so you can sort these products by the name and by the price. And also we will discuss other core React features such as state and props and keys and a lot of other things. So stay with me and let's get started on part 2. Okay, this is our app JSX component, which is the parent of all of the rest components. We have header products and footer. In the products component, we are rendering dynamically all of our products as list items. With the product details that we import from this product.js file. Okay, first thing I want to discuss in this part is let's have a look here at our console. As you can see, I have some errors in the console. For now, let's disregard the first two. Let's have a look here. It says each child in a list should have a unique key property. Now, this is a very important feature of React. It means that when we work with, when we dynamically render content like we are doing here, each child, in our case it's li, it should have a key property. This property is unique for each li, and it will help React know how to process each of the children later when we do something with those children. So to fix this, we will add a key property, and if we have a look here, we have each object has an ID. This ID will serve as our key. Now, of course, here I just put some numbers. You will, if you work on real projects, you will be getting unique IDs from your database, or you can have on the front end lots of libraries to generate unique IDs, but for the reason of simplicity, I will stick with this approach. So as a key property, I will declare product.id, like that. If I now save, if we see our console again, you will see that I have no errors. Okay, that's great. So you should always have in mind, when you have a list of dynamically rendered list, each item in your list should have a key property. Okay, let's continue working on our projects, and let's add a sort functionality. For that, I will create a brand new component called sort. Okay, in our components folder, we are gonna create sort.jsx, and again I will use this shortcut to create a component function. It will be called sort. Okay, and this component will return, let's in fact use article HTML tag to be semantically correct, and this article will have a class name of sort. If you can remember from the last part, we have already our index CSS with all the styling. I will provide that file by the end of this, not this video, but the whole series. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so what should we have in this this sort element? I will use HTML select tag. So select, for now let's disregard disregard the name. I will give it the ID of sort, and first I need a label. As you can see, the for attribute here is in React is called HTML4, because if we use only for, that will be for loop. Still remember, this is JavaScript, so we need to use HTML4 instead. Our for label should match the ID we have here. And now we need some options. We have 5, I believe. Now first option I will leave empty. Now in the value, first we have A to Z, second option will be Z to A. Then we have option price up, and finally price down. Now inside our option, I will put capital letters A to Z, or Z to A, or here it will just be price up, okay, and here price down. So you understand my intention, I hope. There will be 4 ways to sort our array. Okay, so where should we put this sort component? I want it to be put inside of our products. In fact, I will put all of this inside our main tag. Now, as you can see, my editor is giving me a bunch of red lines here. This is another important concept of React. JSX code, this we write here inside our return. It should only have one parent element. So right now I have main and UL, and that's not possible, because in React, when you return a JSX code, this code should be inside one parent element. So I will use this UL and I'll move it inside our main. In fact, I want to add another h2 here that will say check out our offer, and here I want to put our sort component. Of course, for that I first need to import our sort component, and then I will display our sort component. Just like that, hit save and check our page now. As you can see, we have our h2 here, and here is our sort component. But for now, this sort component cannot do anything because we haven't made a functionality for that. Okay, so that is our next task in our project. Now, here we come to another key React concept, and this concept is called state. We should be able to manage some state, because right now I have my product array, and if I made a function to sort these products, I cannot say directly products that sort, and then here inside our sort I make my function that will sort these products. This will not work in React. You cannot apply something like this. You cannot have variables and directly change their values. I mean, you can, but this will not reflect in the UI. This is because that's not how React works. In React, you don't change directly HTML elements. You don't have direct interventions on the DOM. Instead of that, you just define the desired state, and under the hood, React changes the DOM for you. So let's see how can we do this, and let's introduce useState hook. Okay, to be able to use useState hook, we first need to import that hook, and we are importing it from React library. Here I will say a comma, and then inside of the curly braces I use useState hook. Okay, I will remove this code here, and the rule is you always write your hook inside of the component function at the very top. So I'll say this is the syntax when we use state hook. So we use array deconstructing before the equals sign, and we say use state like this. Now in this array we have exactly two elements. Sorry, the first element is the initial state, and we will, let's call it items, and the second is a function to update the state. The convention is to say set and whatever our initial state is. So here it will be set items, just like this. And inside our useState hook, we define the initial state, which will be the initial items. I will say that our initial state is, of course, our products array. So I will say products. Now, this state here, our item state, we should use here when we return our allies. So instead of looping through the products array, which we import, I will loop through our state, which is called items. So I will say items.map. And all of the rest of the code remains the same. If I save this and check our website, as you can see, nothing has changed here. It's the same array of products. So we have no changes in our UI. Okay, that's a good start. Now we just need to define the function that will sort our array of products or array of items, which is defined in this state. Okay, so I will call this function handle sort, and this function as an argument will receive a method. Okay, so now this method is the method for sorting. If you can remember, we will have 4 methods to sort our array. Okay, so we need to define functionality for each 4 of those. So for that, I believe a switch case is a good application. So I will switch the method, and let's see which will be our cases. Okay, but before that, let's just first define a new variable called sorted items, because in React we should not be manipulating with the original arrays. We always made copies of arrays. So I will use 3 dots, which will pull everything from our items array. Okay, this is basically the copy of our items array. Okay, let's define our cases. Our first case will be, let me copy the value of this option. So we have the case A to Z. In this case, we we will define sorted arrays right here, and only on that array we will do the sort method. Okay. Now we cannot, like in the video I made about sorting arrays, we cannot just leave it like that, because this array is array full of objects, as you can see here. So I need to, for this case, I need to compare the name and sort the name alphabetically. For that, we will do a different method that's equally, if not more efficient. It's called local compare. So inside our sort method, I will define, of course, two parameters, and A and B. So this will sort method will loop through all of the elements in our array, and first we are interested in the names. So I will say this method will return a.name. We look at the property name for each object, and we'll say local compare b.name. Okay. This will sort our arrays by the name, and it will sort the whole array, and it will display first the ones that start with A, B, etc. Okay, now let's do the other three cases. I will copy this down. Shift, Alt, and arrow down is the shortcut. So then our next case is Z to A. And again, we are doing the same sort, just we need to here change. We are comparing b.name to a.name. This will sort our array backwards. Okay, our next case is, let me check, price up. I will copy this line. So our next case is priced up, and this in this time we are comparing the items by their price. So I will access a.price minus b.price. This is enough to sort an array in the ascending order by the price. This is something we've done in my video about sorting arrays. It should be displayed somewhere here, so you can watch it. Okay, and we have our last case. Let me copy this one more time, and it's called price down, and just need to reverse b.price minus a.price. Okay, that's our, we don't need a default case. Okay, that would be our function for sorting array. Now all we need to do is, like I said, we need to update our function, update our state that is in the items with setItems function. Okay, so we copied our array. We have the functionality to sort this array. Now inside our handle sort function, I need to call setItems, and inside this setItems I put sorted items array. Just like this. Now with this we have our handle sort functionality finished. Now you can see by the color here that we never used our function. So if I save this and go here, nothing will happen with our UI, because we need to call this function somewhere and to apply our functionality. Now this is the function for handling sort, but the problem is that our select element is in our sort component, which is the child of this products component where we have our function defined. So we need to find a way to pass our function from the parent down to the child. And for that, we come to another key concept in React, and this concept is called props. So props are the properties we can transfer from parent to its child. So how do we define props? Right here, where we have a sort element, we define props as an attribute, as a regular attribute on other HTML elements, but we are in charge of defining the names of these attributes. So I can type anything I want here. But since we are passing down the function, not array or object or something else, the usual convention is to call this start with on, since we are handling the event. So I will call this proper attribute on sort attribute. And what will I pass inside this property? I will of course pass our handle sort function, just like this. Now, doing only this is not enough, of course, to connect the function. The next step is to receive this function inside our sort, and we do this inside our function, component function. We can define as an argument props. Oops, not that, only props. Okay, like this. Okay, props is an object, stands for properties, and then so we can receive our properties, and then we can access props that, because we are passing down here on sort is the name, we can access props that on sort, but I prefer to do a deconstruction here. So I will deconstruct our object and immediately pull out from the properties object on sort, so that I don't need to type every time props. Now with this we are passing down our on sort property, which will pass down handle sort function to our sort component. Now, where should we apply this function? We should apply this function on our select element precisely, or we should be listening for the change event. And for that, we have on change event listener, which is the regular HTML, regular JavaScript listener. We are not inventing this event. It already exists on the select element. But I cannot say only like this, because we need to know which of these options is selected. So we need to pass the value to this function. So we need to take a different approach to achieve that. I will create a helper function here, and I will call this function change method, and it will have e as an argument, which will be our event object, and I will call this function instead here. So function change method. Now I will catch that this event object with e.target, I can get to the value of each of the options that is selected, which is I need. So maybe I should define the constant called value, which will be e.target, whoops, sorry, e.target.value, like this. And then what will I do now? I will now call on sort function, which we receive as a prop, and to that function I will as an argument pass our value, which on change on our select we get this, we execute this function, we have our value, and our selected value we pass to an onSort method, which we receive as a prop. This will later be passed to our parent, and this function will be executed, and our target.value will be passed here as an argument to this function as a method, which will sort our array. Okay, let's see if we were successful, and let's test our functionality. Like you see, I pick A to Z. I have this first, which is 4K. Then we have D for drone, then F, etc. If I do it backwards, first, my first product starts with W. Okay, this is working. Let's test price up. The same product because it's the cheapest, 129, and then we have more expensive, and our last method is price down. Now I have the most expensive item first. Awesome, our sorting is working. And this is where we will end our part 2. It was a great part. We did our sorting functionality. We went through state, props, and other key React concepts. We will be continuing in part 3, where we need to implement product details page. When we click on the product, we will get the details on that product, and then we can add the product in the cart. And also we will continue working on the cart functionality, and we will continue exploring key React concept. That will be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you had some value out of this video. If you had, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Lots of love.